Hi everyone, it's Steve Field from the Safety Department. We're here making our 5th tape. The time is really going by fast. I hope you're enjoying these. We try to make them informative to you. We shook it up a little bit this week. We're going to have a couple of guest speakers in here before we can get Robert on here. Ivan and Curtis had the bad luck of walking down the hallway when we were filming, so we grabbed them. So they're going to be first, and then we'll have our usual group of folks. And we've also got Brian Singleton from Salt Lake City, Rick Yarborough from Pittston, and we've got Nikki and Kristen from Savannah Clean. So I hope you enjoy what we've got today, and I'm going to come back at the end because I do like to kind of finish up with a summary, talk about safety a little bit, and as always, just thank you for everything that you're doing out there, both for our company and for our country. So we're going to get started, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name's Curtis Barnes. I'm from Branson, Missouri. I'm a local boy here. And just now getting ready to upgrade. We got a little bit past the 50,000 miles because of this virus, but finally made it here. I'm getting an upgrade. I'm gonna be a lease op. I'm looking forward to it, and I love this company. I mean, these people take care of us. They do weekly videos, and that just makes our day because it's like the family. They're checking on us, you know, and that's been a very, very good thing. Now, we were forced to talk to you all here because we walking down the hallway, which was fine. I didn't care. I don't like to be on camera, but I'm here. But again, my family, my daughter in Emmett Stratford, my wife down in Hollister, Missouri. I mean, it's glad to be home, and I'm just ready to get in my truck and shine out there. So I wish everybody a lot of luck out there. Be safe, take care of yourself, and always remember, we keep driving and striving for perfection. Okay? Have a good day now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ivan Gaston. I'm here at Prime. It's a great company. I have nothing but good things to say about them. I'm going to be a lease operator owner. So I appreciate Rob Lowe and company and family. And just a great company. I'm ready to get this journey started. So that's about it. I have nothing but great things to say about the company. So whoever wants to come aboard, I welcome you, and good luck to you. God bless you. Oh, yes, I forgot. I want to give a shout out to my family, my wife, my kids. My entire family. My grandmother, she's 99, so hello, Grandma. Also, I'm a retired chief of police, and I'm here at Prime, so I want to still serve the country, and that's what we do as truckers. We serve the country. So just want to say thank you, and God bless to everyone.
Hello, Team Prime. I'm Robert Lowe, founder and CEO of Prime Incorporated. Very proud to be associated with this company. Every driver out there, doing what you're doing, very, very proud to be a part of this great team. We talk about 3 basic tenets here. One is your health and wellness, which is most important to us. Second is the ability to make a paycheck, and we're working real hard to make sure that you get that paycheck every week. And third, and as important as any of the others, is respect. We certainly respect what you're doing for this company. The whole nation respects what you're doing for this country, and as has been said, you're finally getting the recognition that you truly deserve. I also want to give a shout out to any healthcare professionals that are, in the midst of this thing on the front lines, along with our drivers. We want to thank you all. So God bless each of you. Be safe out there.
Good morning, everyone. Steve Wutke, Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at Prime at the terminal. It's great to be here instead of cooped up in my house, so I look forward to talking to you. Really appreciate everything you're doing. Remember, our highest calling is safety, although I will tell you that your service is phenomenal. We've gotten several monthly scorecards back, and you give that 98, 99% on time. It's incredibly tough for the rest of the competition to compete with. So I really appreciate you doing that. And better than that, you're doing it safely. Our numbers have improved significantly on the safety side, which is, as you know, our highest calling. We keep seeing ups and downs in the business environment right now, but when we look at the average earnings week over week over the last several months, they're really hanging in there very well. So, fuel is a very reasonably priced product right now. You'll be seeing us moving trucks around a little bit more than we have in the past. We're going to run you to where the freight is. So as you see our deadhead percent go up, there is a philosophy and a thought behind it. We're not just randomly moving trucks around. We really appreciate everything you're doing. You're getting tremendous recognition throughout our country, and certainly well deserved. We at Prime know how valuable you've been over the years, but it takes something like this sometimes to open everyone's eyes. We thank you, be safe, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Hey everybody, this is Jim Guthrie. I'm in the reefer division. I just wanted to give you an update again this week. First thing I want to talk about is the volatility in the freight marketplace in the reefer division. As you've seen, we've had a lot of ups and downs here over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, demand was crazy and spiked, going into Easter, and then after Easter, it's really changed dramatically. A lot of that is due to the virus situation across the country, and there's been some plant closures, and we expect to continue to see some of that volatility. The good part is the glass half full version is it's better this week than it was last week. So, and it looks like it's going to continue to improve, even though we're going to see some pockets where we have some shortages and, different areas across the country. So, the other good news is the fuel prices are really low. That helps us with our ability to shift trucks to where we have stronger freight demand. So, we're going to continue to monitor this marketplace and try to stay a day and two and maybe even a week ahead of where it is. And we'll continue to keep you updated, but we do expect to see some freight volatility. And again, the best thing for you to do as an independent contractor or a company driver is to move to where the freight's available, and that's what we're going to continue to try to do operationally on a daily basis. Obviously, our next initiative is to make sure we protect your earnings. That's something that we're always focused on, even more so right now. We spend a lot of our time making sure that we're making the right decisions to protect the financial stability of the company and all of you as drivers. I can tell you that as a company, we're very financially stable, and protecting your earnings is our number one priority, protecting your health and protecting your earnings. So there's been some questions about layoffs. There's absolutely no layoffs at Prime. We've weathered storms like this before, and we'll continue to weather this storm, and we'll come out strong on the other side. So no layoffs, that's not even in the discussion. But having said that, we are careful as to our growth right now. There's not a lot of trucks available, so upgrades are probably going to be delayed a little bit longer as we watch this freight market develop and as we evaluate the availability of new equipment and new trucks. And also recruiting, as other companies are struggling, and there's some struggles out there in this marketplace already. We have seen an increase in applications to come in, so we're going to be very careful as to any trucks that we add, because again, protecting the earnings of all of you out there are our number one priority, aside from your health, which is also the number one priority. Another question that's come up repeatedly here recently is the question of hazard pay, and what I can tell you is that we're trying to perform our best right now to yield long-term freight volumes, long-term stable rates, and so we're in this for the long haul. We're not in this for the short-term gain, because short-term gains don't generally yield long-term benefits. So we're in it for the long haul. Thus far, we haven't had any kind of increases for hazard pay. We have had really good, strong, stable earnings with our drivers over the last several weeks. A couple of weeks of those were record earnings. So, we'll continue to watch this marketplace and continue to try to get long-term freight volumes and long-term, stable freight rates in order to maintain the long-term financial success for you and the company. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell everybody this week that we performed at a super high level from a service perspective last week. We had some incredible service numbers, and that's a testament to all of you out there doing such a wonderful job working together. This is going to pay off for us long term. This service is so important, particularly when freight markets get tight. Service is really, really important. So what you're doing to pick them up and deliver them on time is incredible. I want to thank you for that. You're doing an incredible job. Everybody is really pitching in to keep this country moving during this crisis, and our customers are going to remember it, particularly whenever you put up these kind of numbers, and it's going to help us long term. Again, as we talk about having long-term freight stability, long-term rate stability, all that you're doing right now is going to pay off. It's going to pay dividends down the road. And so we really appreciate what you're doing, want to recognize what you're doing. Please stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Singleton. I'm the terminal manager here in Salt Lake City. First off, I want to thank you for everything you guys are doing day in, day out, keeping America going. I couldn't be more proud to be part of the Prime family. I also want to thank you for your patience coming in and out of the terminal here in Salt Lake. I know we're asking you a lot of questions, taking your temperature, doing a lot of different things, but that is what we feel is required in order to keep everyone safe. So thank you in advance. With regards to supplies, we do have supplies for you. We have hand sanitizer here. We also have masks. I know a lot of shippers and receivers are requiring you to have masks on site, so make sure you have one on the truck, and we have them here for you. Also, in our Denver terminal, we have hand sanitizer and mask as well. Just make sure that's first come, first serve, so please make sure that you leave others and be courteous for that. Also, I want to talk about orientation. We are still having orientation here. We do have PSDs, we do have TNTs, so if you're in need of one of those, please get with your fleet manager and we'll get that arranged for you. Also here at the terminal, all the in-house associates and all the orientation, when somebody steps on property, their temperature is taken and they're asked questions just like you would if you're coming through inbound and outbound. I'm trying to make sure everybody here is symptom-free of any sickness whatsoever. We have also staggered shifts, so please be patient with the tractor shop, trailer shop. Those guys and gals do not interact with each other anymore. They don't have the same lunch times. They don't interact in the locker rooms, things like that. Also on the parts room, we even shut it down for 30 minutes twice a day. So those shifts do not interact at all. Plus we can clean it in between shifts. That way if somebody were to get sick, we don't have to shut the whole operation down. We can just put the next shift in. So I know things are different and I apologize, but I appreciate your patience in advance. Also with construction, if you'll notice on the north side of the construction project, we finally got some good weather. We're starting to pour some concrete. We're down to one lane over there, so please be courteous to the other drivers, and that should cease in the next 10 days or so. Just wanting to thank you in advance. We're doing everything we can as far as keeping you fed and all of that. We do have delivery services. We have food trucks here during the day. Also, the amenities building should come online sometime in July, and that'll have, just like Springfield and Pittston, it'll have cafe, bunk rooms, a hair salon, everything that you guys need to be safe at home and feel at home. With that being said, I just truly want to say thank you from my personal family, my wife and kids, and everyone else in America. Thank you for all you're doing. You should hold your head high when you walk into a shipper, receiver, or the truck stop to get fuel. You are the reason why America is still going today. If you guys stopped today, America would stop, and you should be very, very proud of that. So again, from Salt Lake City, all of our associates here, we thank you.
Good morning from Pittston, Pennsylvania, here at the Prime Terminal. My name is Rick Yarborough. I work here at the terminal, and I wanted to reach out to everyone this morning and first of all, just saying thank you for everything that you're doing to keep this country running. You know, a lot of people are just realizing the importance of the trucking industry and exactly what it takes to keep food on the table for our citizens. We've always known it, but thankfully a lot of people are starting to realize it that didn't realize it before. I wanted to give you a little update about how we're doing here and what we can do to help you out. We're still here at all of the terminals to assist you over the road and when you come through for what you need. Our shops are still open. I have some notes here so I don't forget to tell you what we do still have going on. Now we do have screening for all, or screening procedures for all over-the-road associates and in-house associates when they come through the plaza or into the terminal. We're going to take the temperature, just ask some questions, and we just ask that you be a little bit patient and cooperate. This is just for the safety, your safety as well as the safety of everyone else here. Here at the Pittston terminal, as well as most terminals, those folks that can work from home they're working remotely. Most of our operations folks are doing their task and their daily responsibilities from home or at a remote location, just so we can keep that social distancing and be as safe as we can. The shops are open. You can come in, you can get fuel, get your tires checked, all of your spare parts and supplies that you need over the road. We have those for you. Get alignments. We're still providing tows and road service in a specified area if you need us while you're over the road as well. The training pad is open, is operating. If you want to take your students down there, if you want to do some practicing, the training pad is still operational. Unfortunately, we have no haircuts here. The salon is closed, but we can feed you. The cafeteria is open from 7 in the morning till 1700 in the evening. Our store is open 8 to 5 as well, in case you need to get some last minute supplies there. By now, some of you may have heard that PA has some of the most strict or stringent social distancing and mandates that have been put out there by our governor. Not only are the shippers and the receivers requiring masks upon entry or to be on their property, also our retail stores that are open, the Walmarts, the Sam's Clubs, the to-go restaurants, they also are requiring masks for all employees as well as any patron coming in. So pretty much anywhere in PA you need to wear a mask. The same here in the terminal. When you're walking around the main area of the terminal here, I'm wearing a mask. Of course, you know, outdoors is a little different. It hasn't been mandated that you wear a mask outdoors, but we do want to stay safe. Now, we have those masks here. When you come through the plaza, if you need a mask, just let the screener, security, or plaza associate know that you need a mask. Same with hand sanitizer. You know, I'm glad people are finally realizing the importance of being sanitary and washing. Hopefully most people knew this before this pandemic came about, but we can help you out with hand sanitizer. If you have a bottle that's empty, we can fill it for you. We ask that you hold on to your bottles because they're hard to come by, but we do have some empties here that we'll give you for hand sanitizer, or we'll refill yours for you. When you get to the terminal, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask, and don't be scared to come to the terminals. You know, I know there's a lot of fear out there, not just here, but around the country and just about everywhere you go. But when you're here, we're here to help you. It's a little scary to see everyone wearing a mask. I realize that, but we are here for you. We've always been here for you. We always will be here to support our over-the-road associates, because without you, we can't make it happen. So we're going to be here in the shops helping you stay running, helping you stay safe, and giving you the support that you need. So please come by. If you need anything while you're over the road and you're in this area, please call the shop. I'll give you the phone number. It's 570-602-4771. Once again, the shop's number is 570-602-4771. Now, if you need me for any other reason, or if you can't get through to the shop, call my desk. My desk phone goes straight to my cell phone 24/7. That number is 570-602-4743, 570-602-4743. My name, once again, is Ricky Yarborough. I know a lot of you out there. It's my pleasure to know you, and I hope to see all of you coming through the terminal soon. If you need us, call us. We're here for you. As always, stay safe. Thank you for what you're doing, and God bless. Have a great day.
Hey Flatbedders, it's Brian Brown again. Just wanted to come back this week and give you a little bit of an update. Hope you guys are doing well out there and staying healthy. Again, just want to thank you all for what you're doing out there. You guys have got a tough job right now, and it is nice to see in the media that you guys are getting some long overdue credit out there. Just really appreciate that from the media and how they've uplifted our truck drivers and hailed them as heroes out there. And that's something that's been, like I said, long overdue for you guys. So appreciate what you're doing out there. Our country appreciates it, and everyone here at Prime appreciates it very much. Quick update on how we're doing. I looked at the numbers this morning, and just wanted to see really how we're doing during this crisis. We've been working at home for about 4 weeks during the worst part of this pandemic, and our numbers right now are about $20 per truck per week on our average off of where we've been for the remainder of the year. So we're really holding our own right now. I hope you guys are seeing that out there. That doesn't mean that it's all great news out there for everyone individually. There's probably some times where some of you might be laying over or deadheading a little bit further than you'd like to. Luckily, fuel is fairly cheap out there right now, so we just continue to ask you to be flexible, keep an open mind, work with us. We just want to be agile and go where the freight is. I think we've all done a pretty good job of doing that together so far, so let's keep it up. Let's keep these numbers up. We're all very thankful to have jobs right now. I heard this morning that they've added about 4 million more people last week that lost jobs, and the total is about 26 million. So we're all very thankful to have great jobs and be needed out there. You guys are very much needed out there. So let's continue to keep it going. Our competitors out there are not faring as well. We've heard from a lot of them. When times get tough, my phone starts ringing. Hey, what's going on at Prime? What are you guys seeing? Last week we had one of our competitors tell us they deadheaded 400 trucks at the end of last week off of the West Coast. And as of yesterday, they still hadn't found loads for most of those. So we're doing pretty good, folks. Let's just keep it going. Keep the positivity up out there. Do everything you can to keep yourself healthy. When you go to the shippers out there, they may be asking you to do some extra things as you check in. Maybe fill out a form, maybe wear a mask. Some of those things are being mandated in states like Pennsylvania right now. So we just ask that you please comply. Every load that we get is a load that we need. So we want to make sure to comply with whatever the shippers are asking us to do when we arrive. I know you guys are doing it. You're doing a great job. Also, keep us posted on things you're seeing out there if you're not being taken care of. If there's anything that you need out there that is not being provided, such as restrooms being shut down or things like that, we still need to hear about those things. So let us know so we can take that discussion back to our shippers for you. We want to make sure you guys are being treated with respect out there. So again, just want to say thank you so much. You guys are doing a great job. Let's keep it going. And we'll talk to you again next week. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Kristen McGee. I am the wastewater operator at Savannah Clean, and I have been with Prime for 10 years.
Hey guys, I'm Nikki Bowers, and I'm the facility manager at Savannah Clean, and I've been with Prime for 14 years.
We wanted to thank you guys for everything you're doing out there to keep the world turning. It's been a really awesome experience to see other people finally understanding and being appreciative of how hard you guys work and everything you do to keep the world turning. It's been an awesome experience to be part of. And at Savannah Clean, we are doing everything we can to keep drivers and our staff safe and healthy. We have implemented all the precautions that Prime has told us to. Prime has really been ahead of the curve. It has felt like to me that Prime has been ahead of the curve with all of this. And so even though Georgia is opening up on Friday, we are going to maintain whatever precautions that Prime tells us to. So that includes now limiting foot traffic in and out of the office. So drivers are supposed to be staying in their trucks and giving us a call if you need anything. We are trying to catch as many reefer washout drivers as we can so that we can bring paperwork out to your truck. And but we're doing everything inside the office that we're supposed to be doing, including disinfecting, wearing gloves, wearing masks outside of the office. But as you can tell, we're not practicing social distancing because our office is 6 foot by 6 foot, and so we're kind of forced to be in that office in order to maintain Savannah Clean running normally, and we are running normally. So that's been a pretty awesome thing for us.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that too and thank the drivers. I know she mentioned it, but I've seen several social media posts about people thanking drivers, and it's about time that people thank drivers because obviously we know how important you guys are and have known since we started working here, but it's really nice to see other people appreciating all the things that you guys are doing out there for us, especially during this time when it's not safe. And just also wanted to give an update for those of you that are going to Fuji, all the tanker drivers that are coming through here. I spoke with Fuji this morning, so the latest news with them is that they are taking temperatures at the gate, not letting drivers in if they have a fever, which they've been doing that for a while, and they are requiring masks. So if you guys are going to Fuji, or any of you reefer drivers too that are going to a customer that is requiring a mask and you don't have one, call us from your truck. We'll come out and give you one, because we understand that that's something that's really important for you guys to be able to get onto the property. So we have a limited supply, and we will be handing those out as long as we have them. Also at Fuji, they have one loader on shift as opposed to two, just to protect themselves and to protect our drivers as well. So there could be some delays over there, but again, it's for the safety of everyone. So again, be patient when you're over there, and things are running as usual over there and here.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know what, it's been also awesome to see that drivers have been patient. We know you guys are on a clock, and we try to always respect that, but we appreciate you guys not giving pushback to all these crazy things that we're having to do, like not let you guys come in our office. Trust me, we miss you guys a lot. It's weird seeing some of my favorite drivers come through, and you know, drivers that I have conversations with once or twice a week, and not be able to talk to you guys or hang out with your puppy out in the parking lot. So, you know, Robert Long was here a couple days ago, Bill Bauer, Precious Brown, Robert Binder was here too.
And Bruce Sherman was here and saw the sign on the door, you know, and, you know, just smiled and didn't give us a hard time about it. But we thank you for the understanding, and trust me, it's frustrating for us to not be able to get out there and talk to you guys as well. So just hang in there through this time that's hopefully almost over, and
Stay strong.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
Good morning, everyone. Another medical COVID update for this week. I just want to let you know we are up to, I believe, 8 to 9 drivers total positive that have COVID, and about 5 local that are positive out of our Prime family. So we'll continue to watch them, take care of them, and get them the care that they need. We're continuing to test in the driveway between the Urbana building and the Millennium building. So if you are having a hard time getting a test out there, depending on what state you're in, contact Jason Seymour and he can get you situated, come and get tested. If you're an in-house associate in Springfield, contact Aaron Ellison. He can direct you along the right path there. We are looking at the antibody test and potentially implementing that. A couple quick things about the antibody test. It does tell you if you've had it, and it tells you if you're possibly immune to it. Now, a couple caveats to that, a couple little issues that may come up with that. We don't know truly how long immunity lasts. The other thing we don't know is even if you're immune, does not necessarily mean you're not still contagious. So you could have been infected with COVID today, and by next week have antibodies that show immunity. However, you can still be shedding the virus. What we're seeing, at least here in the clinic, is people converting to negative tests about 3 to 4 weeks out. So it is taking a while, but it does clear the system eventually, and at that point we know that we're not spreading it. I know the CDC initially indicated that you could do a non-test de-isolation, de-home isolation, and that involved being 3 days 3 days fever-free without the use of medicine, and about 7 days since the symptoms have started. So what we're finding though is even though that lets you out of isolation, you still could potentially pass it. So you want to make sure that you're still practicing good hygiene, good respiratory control if you're going through that method or protocol of de-isolation. Another thing, masks. I know we got a bunch of masks here in the terminals, and they were distributed out to drivers, and I hear we're going through them pretty quickly. One thing to remember as far as preserving those, when you're handling them or putting them on and off, make sure you're doing it by the loops and not taking off by the mask itself. Every time we touch that mask, it compromises the integrity of the fabric there. So try not to get them moist, wet, crumpled, or anything like that. We want to try and use them as long as we can. So after you take it off, hang it up somewhere, on your rear view mirror or something. Just put it somewhere where it can dry out. If you want to spray a light disinfectant type of a spray on it every night and then let it dry out the next morning, make sure it's not something you're going to have some kind of allergic reaction to if it comes in contact with your face. So don't just saturate it, just kind of a light misting or so. I've also heard about some people washing them real quick in a disinfectant type solution, then hanging them up. Again, depending on the material it is, you don't want to destroy the mask itself in the process. So try to be gentle with them, get the best use out of them or the most use out of them, and we will try to continue to get more as time goes on. I know in the last video last week there's some information about a reusable mask. There's plenty of those out there. A lot of them have little filter inserts that you can utilize. So anything you can do to protect yourself, again, it's not going to be 100% guaranteed, but something's going to be better than nothing. Thank you.
Hey everybody, Jason Seymour in operations. Just wanted to say thanks again for everything you're doing out there. A quick update on where we're at as far as screening and supplies. Still screening at all 3 locations. Again, we did expand our screening questions to include New York City, New Jersey, Detroit, Chicago, and New Orleans at this time. So if you've been home or in the community in those locations, we ask that you stay away from the plaza or the terminals at this time. Just come to the plaza. If you need fuel, food, we can handle all that stuff for you. We still have a good supply of hand sanitizer. We've got a little over 450 gallons or so. That's enough to fill about 6,000 bottles. Now here's what we are short on is bottles. So if you got a bottle, please keep it so that when you come through, we can just refill that for you. Like I said, we have a lot more sanitizer than we have bottles at this point in time. An update on masks. We started out with about 1,600 masks to hand out between the 3 locations as of last Thursday. We still got a decent supply with more on order. They're a little bit delayed at this point, so we don't know when they're going to be in, but we'll keep everybody posted on that. So if you did get a mask, please make sure you're taking as good a care of it as you possibly can so that you have it to comply with the local municipalities and the increasing number of customers that are requiring some kind of face coverage if you enter their facility. I want to finish up today and give a big shout out to Kyla Irie and our leasing department. We have the absolute best drivers, there's no question about that. We have the absolute best support staff here for you as well. And it's important to know as a driver that everybody in the building is dialed in on number 1, keeping you safe, but number 2, helping you accomplish whatever tasks you're trying to accomplish that day. We had a situation yesterday where we had a driver come through the plaza building. That driver had been on time off for end of lease since the end of February, so all this kind of happened while she was at home. She didn't know she couldn't come onto the property because of her home time in Chicago. She's been there for just under 2 months, and she came through the plaza to come back in and lease another truck. So we weren't able to allow her into the property, but we needed to try to find a way to get her a truck, and we're also dealing with that 60-day window as far as the retention and rewards and all the longevity benefits. So Kyla came up with a brilliant idea. We have all this technology, virtual inspection, electronic contract. We were able to get all that done and accomplish that and deliver that truck to the driver, contract signed, ready to get a load. So big shout out for her, out of the box thinking and trying to not only keep everybody safe, but also help the drivers accomplish what they need. And examples of that happen every day, but that's just one of note that happened yesterday. So a big shout out to her and all of the folks that are helping every day. So thanks for all that you do, and we'll see you next week.
Hi everybody, this is Paul Higgins. Oh wait a second. There we go. I know you wanted to be able to see me smiling and you couldn't really tell because I had my mask on. Anyway, I want to be like everybody else, and that is thank you for what you do because it's a tough deal out there. So not just to harp on how tough it is, but I want to give you some good news. And I've talked to several of the operators over the last few days and have some suggestions. I want to focus on all the positive stuff. So really some good news is the Wabash people have been furloughed for a couple of weeks, and they're going to be coming back to work in about a week and a half. Our new production for reefer trailers will start then. That group, starting May 7th, is set up for 200 new trailers per month, so that's really awesome. Another bit of good news is that Right Now is coming back to work on Monday, this coming week, and so they'll start producing the 70 new flatbeds that we have on order there. So we're trading out 140 old trailers, and we're taking 70 new ones in. So a couple other things too, and that is I've heard some really great feedback about, I'm just going to call out different vendors, different weeks, but I want to do a little shout out to the Loves people because just talking to an operator who said, man, it's awesome that these people have a 30-minute cleaning schedule. So every 30 minutes they're in the men's rooms and the ladies' rooms cleaning those up, and I just want to tell you all, we really appreciate that. Those of you customers that happen to be watching, we thank you for making special efforts to get us porta potties outside for our drivers. We understand the part about we need to keep that social distancing, but man, the places for our operators to be able to wash their hands and to use the facilities is just great. And so thank you for what you do for us. Man, look, there's business is still out there. As my boss has told me over the last lot of years, he said there's always freight out there for the prime trucks. So our people, and I appreciate our sales group and our dispatch people, they're always out there. Man, they're scrapping, they're scratching and clawing for business. And I believe that, as we've said many times, our service separates us from our competitors, and that our competitors are really looking for overall lowest cost, not just the cheapest price, because we don't want to be the lowest on the price side, but we provide an outstanding service because of you all. And so thank you again for what you do.
Well, there you have it. You saw video number 5. We try our best each week on these. If you have any ideas or anything you want us to address, we try to hit the topics head on. You heard Jim talking about hazard pay and the reason that currently is not on our radar. We're looking more at the long term, the financial success of not only the company, but of you. Several of the speakers talked about, we do owe you a good solid paycheck every week. And there's challenges right now. The freight's moving around. Sometimes we've got to go find it. The meat plants are closing, they're opening. So there's a lot of challenges. But at the end of the day, they can just be excuses, and we're not gonna live with that. We're going to find the freight. We're going to load you. We're going to make sure that you're paid at a level where you can take care of your family. That's what we owe you. And we hear about these other companies. There's a lot that are struggling out there right now. There's a lot of folks unemployed right now. We have a lot to be grateful for right now working at Prime together, whether we're in the office, we're in the shop, or we're out on a truck delivering freight. And by far, out of those 3 groups, the office, the shop, and delivering the freight, by far the hardest is delivering the freight. The rest of us, our job is to support you out there. You heard Jim talk about the service recently. It's been phenomenal. You know what else has been phenomenal recently, and that's your safety record. We are putting up numbers right now that we literally have never seen before, and this is just fantastic. I can't thank you enough for that. We talk about nothing is more important than being safe out there, but right now, basically, you're in uncharted territory as far as how safe you are. I thank you for that. Prime as a whole thanks you for it. Part of our ability to be profitable, to be successful, to grow for the future comes from being safe. That's where it all starts. So please keep doing what you're doing. I don't know if we're in the 2nd inning, the 3rd inning. I don't think we're in the 8th inning of this COVID-19 issues, but we're moving through it. But don't drop your guard for a second. The things that we've learned about the hand washing, about the 6-foot distance, about limiting your contact with other people, about cleaning your truck, those should be things that we do going on in the future indefinitely. They're all important to us. So again, thank you for everything that you're doing out there. Your safety, your service have been remarkable this past month and a month and a half in some very trying times. We have not had challenges like this probably ever. And we thank you. Please do it safely, and we'll talk to you all again next week. Thank you.